Sony. Let's talk about it. What's going on with Sony? What's going on with this particular PS5 generation? We have slow releases. We have nothing but remasters. And what the are the other studios making? What's going on? And let's not talk about how they're sitting on dormant franchises. They could bring back SOCOM. They could bring back Jet Moto, Twisted Metal. I thought they was working on Twisted Metal, but then I guess it got pushed aside for whatever reason. Siphon Filter. They can bring back Siphon Filter. But they gave us a Horizon Zero Dawn remake that absolutely nobody asked for. But they made it anyway. A game that's only 5 minutes old, they remade it. They remade The Last of Us Part 1, a game that's 10 minutes old, but yet they remade it. But they won't remake Bloodborne. Why come they won't remake Bloodborne? That's what everybody wants. That's what everybody's been asking for, but they won't remake Bloodborne. What sense does that make? Yet they greenlit all these online games, which they're all failing, especially Concord. Oh my God, Concord. The game that cost them 400 million is what I'm hearing. They had success with Helldivers too, but that's an anomaly. They need to go back to what their bread and butter is to making good single player games, good narrative games, and it's just disappointing. And then one of my biggest gripes is Sony has Blue Point Studios working on, well, they were working on a God of War multiplayer game. What the hell is that about, a multiplayer game? When they could have had them working on making Bloodborne remake. And then you have Insomniac. Insomniac's been doing great work. They are very consistent. But where's Wolverine? Oh yeah, Wolverine. Remember that they announced that game like 4 years ago? Where's Wolverine? No new trailer, no new news, no new updates, no nothing. But yet they acquired Bungie, who's working on a multiplayer game called Marathon, but it looks like Valorant from the trailers I've seen. It's nothing special. And then toward the end of last year, they released the PS5 Pro, which which I bought like a fool. But I gave my other son my PS5, my regular base PS5, so I didn't look at it that much as a loss. But it's barely any enhancements. They charged $700 for it. Then the disc drive was separate, which you had to buy that if you wanted to play any physical games. I'm like, I just feel like at this point, Sony is this nickel and diamond is fan base, and we're not really getting what we're investing in like we should. But I know what the first thing people will say. They'll say, legacy. It takes time for all these developers to create these games. You gotta give them time. You gotta give them a little grace. Which I know, I do understand that. I know it's not an easy job creating and developing new titles and new IP and stuff like that. I know it takes time. But I just believe Sony should have had better planning on their part and trying to figure this out going forward. With what they got going on. And then Sony has had a big, huge number of layoffs that they have to do at their studios. They had over 900 employees last year that they laid off, and they've laid off a bunch this year as well. So just to see the state of the gaming industry in the landscape of where it's at now going forward, it's not very promising when you see that it's taking longer for titles to be developed and to be made. And we have all these companies that are laying employees off. A lot of their big, important, key talent, developers, directors, art designers, sound guys, engineers, etc., play testers. It just the gaming landscape is just a big mess right now, and I don't see it getting better anytime in the near future. Could I be wrong? Will I be wrong? I hope I'm wrong. I want the gaming culture to succeed, and I want to see new innovative things, and I want the people that will be there to create those things to have a job. And the last thing I want to talk about is this big push to increase video games to cost $100. I'm hearing with the new Grand Theft Auto that's supposed to be coming out later on this year that game is going to be $100 or somewhere in that ballpark. Why? Why? Because of inflation? Is that the reason why they want to charge more for games? The economy is in a rut right now. People are barely able to buy groceries and food and everything like that. So the increased games, and when the quality is not increasing with the prices that they want to charge for, I just believe that's a big disservice to the consumer who's buying these games. It's not right. It's just not right in my opinion. But thanks guys for listening to this little rant, this little video game rant today. I hope it finds you well. If you can, get this video a like, comment, share, subscribe. And I appreciate you all time for watching this video. And I will see you in the next one. Have a good one. Take it easy.